Hello everybody, welcome to Apex Racing TV. We're here at the circuit de Spa-Francorchamps in Belgium for the iRacing MSA British Sim Racers Formula Renault Series in association with the Apex Racing League. Andrew Woodhouse alongside Adam Bath and Alex Simpson here. And once again, Apex Racing TV returns to Spa-Francorchamps. Alex, and I know you love this place. We were here for the V8 Supercars the other day, and we got 4 rounds of exciting Renault action tonight.
Yep, fantastic circuit. Love this place. Was having a couple of sessions in the Renault over the last few days, and yeah, it's a great combination. You know, fast and flowing, and some tricky slow speed sections as well. There's going to be a lot of opportunity for some drafting and some overtaking. So I think we're going to have an absolute cracker tonight.
Adam, I know this circuit obviously is one of the best in the world. It is one of the historic tracks on the calendar. And how do you think these Formula Renault drivers are going to handle it?
I think it's going to be pretty interesting, isn't it? The Formula Renault is very quick, very nimble cars as well, and racing around one of the most challenging circuits on the iRacing service. 7 kilometres in length, 21 corners, all very famous corners in their own right. We've got Eau Rouge, of course, we've got the Source as well, Turn 1, which the 20-plus drivers are going to have to negotiate in 4 different races and 4 different conditions as well. Then we've got the plunge down the hill through Pouhon, and then the last bit of the lap where we're going to see a bit of slipstreaming through Stavelot, Blanchimont, as off goes Stephen Baxter, and into the bus stop chicane, another key overtaking point on the circuit. So the drivers are going to have to be giving their A game in every single moment of these 4 races that we've got coming up.
Yeah, and Alex, the slipstream's going to be key, as it usually is around this circuit, but these fairly high downforce machines are going to benefit a lot from that.
Hugely. I think you're talking maybe 3/10 of a second down those the big long straights, so up the Kenmore straight towards Lecumbe, and then of course down into and through Blanchimont. Huge amount of time to be had there as well. So cars are really trimmed out today, though. There won't be an awful lot of downforce on them at all. Yeah, more like a Skip Barber the amount of downforce they've got on. So
that bodes well.
Yeah,
for later on. At the minute, Martin van Loozenhoorn is really making his presence felt out there.
Yeah, Martin van Loozenhoorn, one of the hasn't taken too many pole positions this season, but has definitely taken a lot of wins. He's the winningest driver in the series actually this season, with 9 wins to his name. Just wants to get one more and he'll get into double figures. Doing well in the qualifying session at the moment, on pole position there with Pete Berryburn second. Josh Thompson, who got another podium last week at Donington Park, up there inside the top 5, along with Jack Keighley, another podium finisher at Donington. David Baker, he's starting to get some form together here in the BSR Formula Renault. He's inside the top 5, and his CQR teammate Christian Rose helping him out, as well as Rennie Osterkamp just puts in a good lap time and goes into 5th. He's improving week on week as well.
Baker will be happy with that though, because he's in his customary 6th place. Baker has sorted his qualifying out, especially really, Adam. He's always done decently in the races, but I think the 1 lap pace in this car was what was holding him back at the start of the season.
Yeah, it was, and seems to be getting it nailed on now. And yes,
however,
did a good job.
However, still 1.6 seconds behind Martin van Loozenhoorn, which Alex, that tells you just how quick the Dutchman is going.
Yeah, absolutely flying. Martin was in the test session last night that we were in as well, so I fully expect that he will be the man to beat out there today.
Looking through the championship standings going into this race meeting, they are as follows. I did have them, but championship leader I believe is still David Baker. I will make sure that I've got it up for you. Just bear with me 2 seconds.
Peter Berryman on 2,504 points. David Baker is in second on 2,442. And then it's Rennie Osterkamp, followed by Paul Denton, Jos Honig, Jack Keithley in 6th place. Martin van Loozenhoorn actually down in 7th. Obviously he's missed a week when he was away skiing in Germany. Christian Rose is in 8th. Stephen Baxter is in 9th. And rounding out top 10 is Michael Hall.
There you go. To the rescue, Alex. Did you see that? That was a great accident at the chicane. Did you see it? Depke and Higelin. I don't know if you want to have a little look at that back. That was quite a fun-looking incident at the bus stop just a minute or so ago. Depke absolutely losing it, bouncing, and then bounces up in the air, lands on his car. The just sits there.
Not so long to go then in the qualifying session. And there you go, that's the end of the checkered flag is in the air. Martin van Loozenhoorn just on another quick lap now. Who's near the end? Just going for the final corner now is Renault Osterkamp to complete another lap. Comes across the line and does a 2:16.115. That is a slight improvement, but doesn't put him up the grid too far.
Yeah, managed to improve slightly. Baker's still out there on a lap, it looks like, and unless it's a cool down lap, as McCutcheon is also pushing out there, it looks like. So I wonder if they are on some fast ones. He's gone off there though, so that'll no doubt be an incident point for McCutcheon.
Last week as well, we had no Apex UK drivers on the podium in race 3 at Donington Park, which is a rare occasion in itself.
They probably deserved it, let's be honest.
Well, they deserved a race off, didn't they? Well, they still, don't worry, Alex, they still had Apex Academy drivers doing the business. Martin van Loozenhoorn and Josh Thompson on the podium there. But yeah, that's a rare occasion where you don't see an Apex UK driver on the podium positions. I wonder if we'll see the same here in the 4 races, of course, because we've got reverse grid in race 2, race 3 and race 4.
That's right, we will bring the Wheel of Fortune into play tonight on several occasions. It looks like David Baker is still pushing out there, Alex. He's just got Blanchimont and the chicane to go.
Yeah, I'm sorry guys, I'm just thanks for the people on the stream for picking up the fact that there's some background music and I got no idea where it's coming from. Which is weird.
Your flatmates getting the ghetto blaster out, Adam?
I don't think so. If they name the track, then I can confirm whether it is or not. Definitely not that loud anyway. 2:16.2
for David Baker, and he improves, but he stays in 6th place, which is about right for him. Have a look. I'm going to go listen to this infamous music. Go on, Adam.
Yeah, the ghost music. George Lee Wright has just put his car into 8th position on the grid, so a good late lap there from one of the most renowned drivers on sim racing.
He's got a very good
racing, I should say.
He's got a very good iRating. One of the things with him, though, he's always got to keep the car clean. So we'll see whether he can do that, whether he can do that or not. It's the Price is Right music going on in the background.
Trust me,
how is that possible?
We were trying to find it. Oh, I found it. So we did have a new wheel done for the week, and apparently the music's embedded into the software, so it's running constantly.
So what could we do? Going on in the background.
And there'd be,
Trust me, how is that possible?
and there'd be lots of that was a bit of a disaster, but at least we've got that sorted.
At least it's not Hey Jude, because that's what's playing in the next room. Back in this back at base here. So qualifying looks like it's pretty much done.
Renault. Yes.
Yes, there's only through the grids. Just as you said that, Woody, they're doing it now. Martin van Loozenhoorn takes another pole position. It's his first pole, though, since all the way back at Laguna Seca, which was the beginning of February. Long time ago, but since then he's been able to pick up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wins. Shows he is all about pole position in this series. Pete Berryman starts in 2nd, Josh Thompson in 3rd, Jack Keighley 4th, René Osterkamp 5th, David Baker 6th, Christian Rose in 7th, so the 2 CQR cars could work together here. George Lee Wright, privateer for this race meeting, and an interesting addition to the grid. Starting in 8th, Antoine Hegelen in 9th, and Triple Eight, Stephen Baxter starts in 10th. Tom Depker 11th, 12th Matthias Sponholtz, Paul Denton 13th, David White 14th, 15th for Mark Pickford. Paul Smith is here in 16th place, driving for Team Mad today. John McCutcheon in 17th place. Ralph Cullinan, who was able to get a race 2 pole at Donington last week, wasn't able to convert it though into a win, starts in 18th. David Taylor Piggott in 19th place, does some racing around Knock Hill. Samuel Lebert starting in 20th place because he didn't set a time in qualifying. 21st, John Godfrey. 22nd is Jos Honig. 23rd, Kip Stevens, with Ashley Bakehood in 24th, and Matt Bunn starting at the back in 25th place.
Right then. 4 7-lap races here tonight. Alex, just looking on the grid for the first race, who's the money on here?
Oh, I think it's going to be on, well, Mark hasn't made it to the grid. Maybe he's got a penalty that he's having to serve, so money's on Peter, because he's been pretty standout all season long.
We'll see Van Loozenhoorn. There he is, actually.
Well, anyone's race then, I think. But yeah, certainly Martin's going to be tough to beat.
All right, here we go then. We're ready for the start here at Spa.
Green, green, green.
Green light is on. And we begin the run to La Source. Let's see if everyone makes it through. Looks neat and tidy at the moment. Oh, barely at the back, almost a contact, but I think everybody manages to avoid it.
Antoine Higelin and Christian Rose with George Lee right close for company as well, going through Eau Rouge for the first time here. And you can see also that car going around the outside. That's Matthias Sponholz. Looks like he might have ditched the... no, it's not Sponholz actually. It's Stephen Baxter, car Triple 8 up the inside.
And they're 3 abreast down the back straight as well. Momentarily, that is Christian Rose, George Lee Wright and Stephen Baxter. And Baxter's come out ahead.
Oh. Cars off, it's Paul Smith and it's David White too. Team Mad cars off already.
Oh, and Dave Taylor as well.
And Ashley Blake Could. Terrible start for Team Mad. John McCutcheon also off. So a few people in the wars here at Lake Colm at the top of the hill.
Including Paul Smith as well. Fortunate for the Yorkshireman.
Off track's always a problem around Spa, so guys will have to be a little bit careful. Fortunately, short race, but 7 laps, you can still clock them up pretty quickly. That 1 4X and a few off tracks, and that's going to have people disqualified very quickly.
But in the Ritmatech,
just a limit of 11.
Yeah, and in the Ritmatech, Andrew, last night we had one driver accumulate 30 incident points in space of 9 laps around Circuit of the Americas. I know you were saying it's easy to do around there, but yeah, that's taking it to the extreme.
Is it that easy to get 30 incidents in 9 laps? But here we go then. Coming out of curve Paul Frere is Jack Keithley, and he's got René Osterkamp. Sorry, that's not René Osterkamp, is it? That is Josh Thompson on the outside. Ooh, that's very close. Thompson trying to go around the outside of Blanchimont. Hello. It'll be very, very good indeed if Thompson can pull it off. Late on the brakes against the iRacing Road Pro Series driver and Jack Keithley. Oh, this is brilliant. And here comes Antoine Higelin.
He's going to get a great run here. Looks like the Faker Simspot car there of Keithley might be hung out to dry here as the Apex Racing UK car looks menacingly into the source. He's going to go in the middle here. That's fantastic.
There wasn't much space for the Frenchman, but he decided to make some. And he finished 10th in the iRacing World Championship at the weekend.
Now into Eau Rouge. Oh, is he going to try and make a move here? He looks like he's going to just stay in the slipstream for now and get that toe down the Kemmel Straight.
Yes, and the 2 CQR cars are battling as well. David Baker and no, that's René Osterkamp and David Baker fighting it out.
Oh, Keithley trying to make that gap in the middle, but it looks like it just won't work, and Antoine Higelin's coming over now.
Watch Higelin, very late on the brakes. And he goes round the outside and he tries to take Thompson as well. Thompson stands his ground.
Here comes Keithley into Rivage.
It's a very difficult place to overtake there, and Jack Keithley, rightly I think, doesn't want it at this time.
Keithley's got a great view of this battle as well, which just for a brief second jumped on board with him and back.
Yeah, I think definitely a good viewpoint. You go through Pouon, Thompson and Higelin. You're not missing much at the front. Van Loosenholt leads by 1 second.
1.5 on this lap. He's been able to get another half a second. Yeah, the biggest move in the field there, Antoine Higelin.
Baker is through on Osterkamp. Sorry, Adam.
Yeah, he's up into 6th place now, back where he started. Osterkamp down 2 positions since the start of the race. That's not what he would have wanted. He's now going to get hounded by Stephen Baxter, who's made a brilliant start, up 2 positions inside the opening 2 laps.
George Lee right on the back of this group as well. And look at this one, Sponholz, Libert and Christian Rose. Sponholz, a race winner in the series. Ooh,
that's tight.
So close. I don't think the spotter would have even had time to say clear as he's heading towards the bus stop now.
Well, Higelin's through as well.
To do with the outside line. So he's not very much. Libert looks to front. Sponholz is going to get a good exit here. And he does. He stands on the power early.
Antoine Higgling through into third place. Looks like it might have been a move into the bus stop chicane, but yeah, he's now into the podium positions as Sponhouse now under pressure from Rose, looking at the inside into La Source.
Half a look from Christian Rose, wasn't it? I think that was one of those, if Sponhouse had overdrove the corner.
In the
Rose
replay of the overtake, it was round the outside going into the bus stop, late on the brakes for Higgling, and Josh at that point I think decided to concede so that they didn't lose too much time.
And
Slow down now for Higgling.
We've lost John McCutcheon and we've lost Dave Taylor. Don't know what's happened to those two gentlemen.
Might be from the damage they sustained at Lake Com on the opening lap of the race. As now comes Higgling back to the outside. He wants that position back, and they've made contact. And Alex Simpson,
It's furious.
Finish this sentence.
has left the room.
Alex Simpson is blank.
Woodhouse and Rose as well, I think, possibly collected each other. Thompson involved in that. Is that Thompson trying to recover? Was that aftermath?
Oh dear,
Take
what's
a
he
little
done? Has
look
he
at
taken
it.
out Sponhouse with a bad rejoin?
Just looking on the replay, yes, Sponhouse was trying to avoid Thompson, but then Thompson gets out the way and they both go for the same bit of track, and it doesn't go well.
Oh, it was another car on the outside, wasn't it? It was Christian Rose that ended up getting hit by Sponhouse.
Well, that's shaken up the order a little bit. It's now Jack Keithley in third position. Fourth is David Baker.
Doesn't seem like Sponhouse was really paying attention because he was too busy focused on the car that was on the grass than the car that was on the track next to him.
I also agree there. George Lee Wright's benefited out of that. So Stephen Baxter. He's now at 5 positions from where he started. Samuel Lebert's also at 12 positions, of course. He started at the rear of the field due to penalties picked up from previous race meetings, and is doing a fine job here in the opening race.
You're right there. Rennie Osterkamp now attacking George Lee Wright. Let's see if he can have a look into the cane. Oh, it's all bunching up here, and Baker and Baxter very, very close together.
Yeah, Baxter actually just tagged him there, didn't he? And Baker just about held onto the car, and Constantine it up just a little bit there, but Lee Wright was aware of what was going on, checked up as well. Osterkamp doing exactly the same.
Wright's now in the middle of the sandwich between Baxter and Christian Rose. Sorry, and Osterkamp, sorry.
George Lee Wright, the meat in this Formula Renault sandwich here. Very close going for
he nearly hits Baxter.
But as he goes, going to go to the outside. Is Osterkamp going to follow him? He doesn't. He's going to try the middle, but then he thinks better of it and goes behind the Faker Sim Sport driver.
Oh, there's nowhere for him to go, is there? He goes to the outside, but Wright is there, blocking him off. Wright goes around the outside of Baxter. It's a very, very good move by Wright.
Oh, Osterkamp dives to the inside as well, and
he's not going to get that one done.
Doesn't get the momentum off, so.
No, it's always a tough corner that if you come in on a shallow line, he can't carry the speed as he's getting a bit sideways, Osterkamp. Front two have cleared off completely. The battle still rages between Osterkamp and Baxter and now Libert.
Looks like Paul Smith might just have an issue, but here comes Osterkamp through Pouon, riding the curbs on the exits.
Baxter kind of opened the door here, and Osterkamp walks through it.
Good move there, and that's Osterkamp into 6th place.
Yeah, very good driving, Adam, and Osterkamp on the move. He started 5th, he dropped down, but making a good recovery.
Samuel Lebert now lining up Stephen Baxter. Could go up the inside into Blanchimont here. Baxter's giving him the space. And looks like the Apex Racing UK driver should get it done here. Just about. Oh. There was car's width of space just about for him to get that move done up the inside. And yeah, Samuel Lebert up to 8th place. 7th place.
Yeah, he just slid up in front of him with barely any space, Samuel Lebert.
Baxter's gone from 5th to 8th in the space of a lap.
Yeah, that's something that can happen on this circuit. It's quite a long lap. Look, there's a battle between Jos Honig and Godfrey. Also, David
just outside of. I was about to say just outside of DRS. Don't know why, but yeah, just outside slipstream range. So you need to be at half a second to really get any kind of substantial slipstream. So It'll be difficult to attack from there.
Mark Pickford and Ashley Blakewood for 14th place. Scrapping away. Blakewood had a look into La Source, but Pickford held the line well. But now is going to be the test because Blakewood's got a very good run up the hill. Very, very good run, Adam.
What he can do here, he's going to move to the outside. Ashley Blakewood, the Team Mad driver. Gained 9 positions so far in this race. That could be 10 if he can get the move pulled off here into Lake Common. Looks like the sim race, the pro sim driver of Mark Pickford, going to slot back in. Samuel Lebert and George Lee Wright are now changing positions as well.
Ah, the driver of the first time we've seen him.
Ah, there you go. did I
Devastated there. Osterkamp versus Lebert versus Wright versus Baxter. So somehow Lebert's got past George Lee Wright. I did that on my screen, Alex. I don't know if you did.
No, I didn't. I was still looking at the Blakewood and Pickford battle.
Oh, Lebert nearly loses it.
Easy to do that round there as well. I tell you, just get a little bit out of shape under the braking there, and the back end can come round. I had that a couple of times myself the last few days. And Osterkamp recovering as well. We went a little bit wide on the exit.
We were
Takes a one off.
We were saying last week, Alex, at Donington, that it seems like the car's a lot more lively after this recent build.
Yeah, it seems to be. I think they changed something to do with the drivetrain, so it downshifts a little bit quicker now, and most people finding they're having to move the bias a little bit further forward, especially in places like this, going into the bus stop when you're trying to attack a driver, because the rear just seems to lock up a lot easier.
That's fantastic from the rear, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
And that's just confidence in your braking, isn't it?
Totally.
I have to say, I don't know if George Lee Wright has got a black colour. Oh, he's going for
he
the...
goes! He's out of control, but he somehow managed to go through.
Oh no, it's Osterkamp.
And he's into Baxter.
He's collided with Baxter.
Osterkamp's disqualified.
Baxter, I think, has survived. He's going to rejoin just ahead of that chasing pack of Paul Denton. So I think, depending on the damage...
I'm not sure there was any contact, was there?
Yeah, it was enough just to send him into a little bit of a spin.
Have a little look. I couldn't see from my camera angle. Oh yeah,
it was similar to.
Yeah, I'm not sure about the right.
He just lost it, I think.
Well, there was definite contact between Baxter and Osterkamp, which resulted in Osterkamp's disqualification. But yeah, I think Osterkamp might have just lost it on the AstroTurf on the exit.
He tried to hammer the throttle on the AstroTurf and back end just went. I mean, there was contact with Wright, but I thought, to be fair, Wright gathered it up very well, despite the fact he was well out of control on the way into the corner.
Well, he's got that in the locker, George Lee Wright, and the drivers will be having to watch out for that in the 4 races. That's him through into 6th.
No, that's true, and he's capable of moves like that.
You're right, there was no contact as well between him, so it was just the contact between Osterkamp and Baxter, and I think that's what got Osterkamp disqualified, actually, the 4X for that.
Yes, it was. I think that's spot on there.
Well, similar thing in the final lap of the Ritmatech yesterday. Well, today, sort of, with the leader.
Spoil it for him.
I haven't mentioned any names.
I did see a bit of it, actually. A little bit of it earlier on today, but not at any great length. As it's a good battle going on between Depke, Honig and Godfrey. Depke's going to have to defend hard now, Adam.
Oh, that's a poor line through Longchamp there. That's going to give him almost an off-track there. You can see the stars on the helmet there of Jos Honig. Sorry, of a Depke. Up the inside they go, then into the bus stop.
Oh, Godfrey's trying to pinch one.
Wow.
Oh,
two Apex
well
cars going at it.
He's off completely, Godfrey. He just decided to ignore the corner altogether, I think, that time.
It was like a new line, worked a treat, didn't it?
That's the Alex Simpson line.
Well, he's starting the final lap, so he's probably got incident points to spare, so might as well use them. And there goes another one.
Another one, yeah. Let's just take some out of the savings account.
It's like when you come to the end of the month and you've still got a whole load of data left, just use it all up.
That's it, that's what he's doing, he's cashing in on his allowance. And John Godfrey now is going to attack Jos Honig. See if he can do that with the same efficiency and the audacity.
3-2. Slipstream just gets him by.
Yeah, straight through. He had a bit of help from Denton.
checking in with our leader as well as he's on his final lap. 3.4 seconds in front of Peter Berriman. Martin has been very, very quick in testing this week.
Absolute cruise control for these two gentlemen out the front. Checking in on our ex-colleague Paul Smith. 17th for him after the contact earlier on. That's not too bad in the end.
Reverse grid territory there if you get a small one.
Bit of a lonely one there though, I think, for him.
What am I going to do with the wheel? I've got to turn the wheel on and get the crazy music going again and turn off our normal one. And
this is what you get for changing the music.
Yeah.
Music was perfect. Van Loosenhoorn then coming round Blanchimont for the last time. And then just the bus stop chicane to negotiate. The Apex Racing Academy driver. Well, he was fastest in practice, qualified on pole position. He's led every lap and he's driven an absolutely flawless race here in Belgium. Martin Van Loosenhoorn takes the win in round 33.
One of the most dominating displays we've seen this season, really.
Yeah, and it's been a characteristic of the season so far as Baker battling with Libert, and this one can be quite close here.
It's going to be Baker.
Oh, it's very close. Was Baker, you're right. Not by much.
Well, Depke, Honig, what's happened to Jos Honig? It's Honig! He's gone round in the bus stop chicane. On his own as well, how unlucky. Oh.
Means Godfrey's through, and that means Denton holds on for 8th place as well.
Oh, Matt Bunn's out of control as he comes across the line. Here we got left. We've got David White.
He's stuck in the floor.
Oh no. He's lost the wheel. Oh, and nearly gets. Oh, he does get hit just by Paul Smith.
Paul Smith was. You could tell it was. You could see the internal monologue there, couldn't you? Should I hit him? I want to hit him, but I don't want to hit him. Anton Higeland's just come across as well, 1 minute behind.
Kip Stevens 20th place. That'll be good for a reverse grid, definitely. Just going to see if Kip Stevens has got any poles to his name this season. Yeah, he was on pole position at Laguna Seca back in February, and a 20th place. That is as good a position as any to be in contention with a reverse grid.
Also not been a great first race for Ralph Cullen as well. He's usually higher up than that. 21st and 1 minute 12 seconds off the pace. Was a very, very strong pace though, Alex, when you see pro drivers like drivers who compete in the Road Pro Series like Jack Keithley languishing 12 seconds behind.
Yeah, very quick. And like I say, mine was extremely quick in testing this week, so I'm not surprised to see there a little gap. And of course, those guys got away, didn't they, early at the start and didn't get involved in any of that battle. And yeah, that helped them all just sort of get in their rhythm a little bit.
Fancy your chances of getting in amongst that, or do you think too much?
Well, based on my pace in testing, I think I'd have been, yeah, like where Peter is, something like that.
Not too bad then.
Yeah.
Not too bad considering you've not driven the car too much, actually.
But to be fair, I have driven it quite a bit because obviously I do a lot in the academy with this car. So, a couple of times a week I'm always in it. So.
A good car though, isn't it? I think it's one of the best
It's a lot of
ones.
fun. I enjoy driving it, and I do that particular class.
Very, very good indeed. Right, yeah, Adam, let us know who's finished where then.
So Martin Van Loosenhoorn goes into double figures, win number 10 of the season. It's almost a strike rate of 1 in 3, literally. That's how good it is at the moment for him. Pete Berryman in second place. Jack Keithley rounds out the podium. Another podium for Faker Simsport Europe. They're racking them up recently. Fourth place for David Baker ahead of Samuel Lebert in fifth. After starting in 20th place, a gain of 15 positions. That makes him the biggest mover in the field. George Lee Wright finishing in 6th, 7th Stephen Baxter, 8th Paul Denton, 9th John Godfrey and Tom Depke. Jos Honig finishes in 11th, 12th Ashley Blake Hood, 13th for Matt Bunn after starting stone dead last, 14th for Christian Rose, Mark Pickford in 15th, 16th for Matthias Sponholz, Paul Smith in 17th place, Antoine Higelin in 18th, David White in 19th and 20th for Kip Stevens, 21st Ralph Cullinan, and then the car's 2 laps down or more. So Ralph Cullinan will be the reverse grid candidate if we get a full. Rene Osterkamp 2 laps down, disqualified late on. Josh Thompson, his demise was catastrophic up at Les Combes earlier on. John McCutchinson 5 laps down, he was out after his moment on the opening lap. And Dave Taylor, also out on the opening lap as well.
It was a few drivers a little bit unfortunate in the early contact, but now we send it over to our favourite 90s game show host, Mr. Alex Simpson, for the Wheel of Fortune.
Thank you very much. I've managed to get it sorted in time as well. Right, who's going to be new Will? Thank you, Sam, for sorting that out for us as well. And slightly smaller numbers as well, and this will be where we're heading for the rest of the season, so should mix it up a little bit.
We expect to see repeats of this Wheel of Fortune on a challenge in the not too distant future.
That's it. Where's it going to be? Who's it going to? It's going to go. It's quite going to be. Paul, it was close. 17th. It is. Oh God, it was close to 4. It nearly went as well. So yeah, 17th place.
Well, Paul Smith found his lucky championship. Had no luck at all in the BSR TC, but now he seems to have struck it straight away in the Formula Renault Championship. He's on pole position for race 2. Second is going to be Matthias Bonholtz, Mark Pickford in 3rd, Christian Rose in 4th, and Matt Bunn will be starting in 5th.
All right, so let's see how that all transpires then when we return. So we'll just go to a quick commercial break, and then we'll be back for round 34 of the season. Race 2 of 4 tonight on the circuit de Spa-Francorchamps. Join us again for more from the iRacing MSA British Sim Racers Formula Renault Series.
Simulated racing can be awesome, but it can also be kind of a free-for-all. Interestingly, auto racing faced the same problem in its earlier days. Whether it was on the back roads, the beaches, or the city streets, the racing was fun. But there was always a certain level of chaos and danger, until some folks came along and put some order to all of this. Stuff like official racetracks, regulations about weight and equipment, and enforcement of standards. That's what gave us high-speed excitement, fast-paced action, and photo finishes. That's when racing became racing. The guys over at iRacing.com have made the same transformation in the world of sim racing. Sure, they've got the most accurate tracks and realistic cars out there, but that's just the start. See, iRacing analyzes the performance and results of each driver in every race, so you can be sure you're always placed in races where the competition will be tight, and that those reckless drivers who ruin it for us all are kept in the pits. Not to mention that with over 45,000 active members already in their vast community, you can find races day and night, so you can always get in on the action. You can even join a league of your favorite series. And since updates are always automatic, you don't have to worry about software and can focus on the track. Zip up your fire suit and check out iRacing.com.
in the outside, contact made, 56 slides it at a 4, who's gonna be into stripe, dead even, give it to Ryan Truex. Truex is your winner over Tandy.
iRacing.com is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all over the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics and engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. iRacing's web-based interface allows members to compare stats and test drive any combination of car and track instantly. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 60,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsport organizations like SRO Motorsports Group to deliver virtual races based on the real-life Blancpain GT series. iRacing's Blancpain Endurance Series features team racing, giving members the ability to build a team and participate in races ranging from 3 hours to 24 hours. Additional partners include NASCAR, IMSA, V8 Supercars, IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own 24 hours of Spa, Bathurst 1000, Daytona 500, and many more. iRacing.com, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car.
And we're back at Spa for round 2 of the evening, round 34 of the iRacing MSA British Sim Racers Formula Renault Series. Andrew Woodhouse alongside iRacing World Championship driver Alex Simpson and a man who's won a Kia Club Series race once, Adam Bath. Hello, Adam.
Thank you, yeah, and a second place in a World Series. Make sure you remember that as well.
There you go. While drunk, I have to say, so well done. I say, and you were banned from qualifying, you animal.
Yeah.
As we've got 1 minute
Rebel.
left. And, that first race, there was some excellent driving going on out there in race 1, and Spa really brings out the best of a lot of these guys.
Yeah, these guys are definitely sober after watching how good they've been in the opening race. And yeah, now we've got the reverse grid, not as big as we were expecting, but 17 cars nonetheless. Paul Smith's going to be on the pole position, and after being involved in a bit of issues on the opening lap, the former Club Series commentator, he might now have the opportunity to show us what he can do at the front of the field.
Yes, he was always teasing us in the Club Series commentary box, so teasing me, I think, more than anything, and my driving skills. So, but yeah, Paul's always a good driver. He always knows what he's doing in pretty much every car. So, I think he'll have a decent one. He got caught up, didn't he, a bit unfortunately in the first race, Alex. But now he's got a good chance with the reverse grid.
Yeah, every chance. So, just needs to try and get away from the start. It's always it's never easy when you're at the front or towards the front. You just everybody gets the slipstream off you. That's the trouble.
Yeah, you've won races here in the past, Alex, and at least I believe you have.
I have.
And
Oh dear.
that was just a guess. But what's your strategy at the start when you know that the slipstream's coming on the Camel Straight?
Yeah, I mean, really, it's all about opening up that first corner, but in such a way that you just focus on the exit. You know, you have to get an absolute fantastic exit out of there. Get a good start, get away, avoid any wheel spin and stuff like that. If you can carry about 0.6 of a second coming out of that first corner, then you've got a chance.
You've got to nail Eau Rouge and Radion as well, because it's easier said than done on the first lap, because cold tyres can sometimes come into play.
Well, yeah, absolutely. You know, on the colder conditions, that you can really have the car sort of slipping and sliding underneath you. So, it doesn't look too bad out there now, though.
The grid quickly. Smith on pole position, Sponholt second, Mark Pickford in third, fourth Christian Rose, fifth Matt Bunn, sixth is Ashley Blake Hood, seventh Jos Honig, eighth Tom Depka, ninth John Godfrey, and rounding out the top 10. We start off the top 10 with a pole, and we end it with a pole. Paul Denton starting in 10th.
There we go. Are we about to be appalled? We'll find out when the green light comes on momentarily. Here we go then. Couple of empty grid slots as the red lights are on.
Green, green, green.
Green light is on here. Round 2 is underway. Good start by Smith, and this is what Alex was saying. He's going to have to open up the corner slightly because Sponholtz is going round and Smith loses it. He spins.
He's done a Hakkinen.
And the rest of them trying to avoid him, and they do. But now he's got an uphill battle on his hands as Sponholtz leading down towards Eau Rouge. And here comes Matt Bunn. Side by side.
Oh no, big one.
Oh, there's a crash.
It's Blake Hood, and I think George Lee Wright might have got a bit of that as well. Oh, it's all cars scattering all over the place.
I can hear some contact. Oh, big crash into the wall goes right.
Oh no, back across the track.
Takes out Taylor and McHutchinson.
Oh dear, David Taylor and George Lee Wright both involved in a crash. Who'd have thought it?
He had suspension damage, did Wright. But he didn't. Yeah, and he ended up spearing across the left. Alex, what the heck did you make of that?
Well, there was some contact further ahead of Wright, actually. And of course, he was slow, so he got tagged.
Yeah.
And then we've got people coming onto the road into Antoine. So just didn't get out of it with a car that was completely damaged.
It was difficult for him, yeah, with the damage. But I think.
But it wasn't his fault to start off with. It was
not at all.
something to do with.
It was one of the Team Mad cars, wasn't it? It was actually Blake Hood, I think.
I think it was Jos Honig who.
And Blake Hood.
Should Blake Hood had a crash at Eau Rouge?
Yeah, it was. You're right.
Oh, let's have a look. That was Blake Hood. Let me just see.
I think that was Blake Hood and Jos.
Yes, you're right. And then actually, Wright hits Blake Hood halfway through Eau Rouge. So he's already got a damaged car, and he's trying to continue. He does continue. Touches Higelin. Flies into the wall, and then he can't keep it off the road. Fortunately, and Taylor, absolutely nowhere to go for him.
Well, we've got two cars out of the race then already. George Lee Rice and Dave Taylor both in the pits as Paul Denton gets passed by Dave Baker going into Blanchemont for the first time. Martin van Loosenholt, by the way, is up to 7th place. Brilliant start from him.
He's already in striking distance of the leaders as well. Just one lap. Christian Rose, it is at the head of the field then. Over the line after lap 1 for the CQR man. And then Sponholz is second. Matt Bunn up into third. Fourth is Mark Pickford. Fifth is Depke. Sixth is Van Loozenhoorn. Now he's gone through on Baxter. Oh, Van Loozenhoorn.
It's Depke.
Oh, it's Depke, sorry. Who lost it, not Van Loozenhoorn. So Van Loozenhoorn now up to fifth. Baxter sixth. Still sixth. And then Depke down to seventh.
2 cars into the pits at the end of the lap. John McCutchinson into the pits along with Antoine Higelin, both of them picking up damage on the opening lap of the race.
Yeah, Higelin had some damage anyway, and then it was just compounded by the fact that he got hit slightly in the rear by George Lee Wright.
Loozenhoorn's getting another position.
Depke versus Baker versus Heathley, and Baker is through. Yeah, Van Loozenhoorn's on an absolute mission. I can hear some contact as well. What's that?
Someone was dropping down as well. I think it might have been Ralph Cullen. I've just seen him drop down the timing order. I'm not sure.
He's just got passed by Thompson though, Alex, so that could have been something.
Yeah, it looks like Antoine could be out of this race as well. He's into the pits. Maybe he's back away.
Oh, no, he's away now.
So, yeah, I've scored some points just at the back, but unfortunately the little bit of contact that he got brought him into the pits.
It was a difficult situation for a lot of those drivers, though, wasn't it? So, sorry, Adam. Depke and...
yeah, Martin Van Loozenhoorn around the outside of Mark Pickford through the Fania chicane.
Oh,
That's
goes Baxter.
It's Baxter. He's back on again and he's in 11th.
Yeah, it's not a great start for Baxter. This race...
Not seen any damage on the car though, but yeah, he just got a little bit loose, didn't he, coming through the S's and carried on rotating around. Thompson on White.
Yeah, just behind there, so that is for, I think, 12th and 13th. Thompson trying around the outside. We saw him pull this move off in the first race. Adam, and he's going to try it again. Oh, there's a bit of contact with White. Wheel-to-wheel contact. And I'll tell you what, Alex, he was looking at that runoff areas there.
Yep, indeed. And who's that into the pits? Is that Depke into the pits?
That is Tom Depke, yeah.
As in days gone by, he would have had a massive accident.
Yeah, huge.
A Bercy style accident it probably would have been.
Yeah.
2001. Now we've got a nice 3-car train here. We've got Pickford leading Baker and Jack Keithley. These 3 are going to be very close going into Eau Rouge.
Loozenhoorn as well. Got a good run on Matt Bunn this time through Eau Rouge.
Bunn has to cover the inside.
Oh, he already has to pull to the outside.
Going to get some help off of Sponholz's Matt Bunn though. Potentially. Both getting a slight slipstream. Loozenhoorn is through. Is Bunn going to throw it up the inside?
We will, but Van Loozenhoorn's got the speed.
Van Loozenhoorn was a bit sideways, but I think that's just the way he likes to drive the car sometimes. Looked like he was slightly out of control, but managed to gather it all up and set off after Sponholz.
Martin Van Loozenhoorn 9/10 of a second quicker than Christian Rose on that last lap.
Berryman up the inside of Mark Pickford, so Pete Berryman climbing the order.
Now Martin Van Loozenhoorn eyes second place.
Antoine Higelin back in the pits, by the way. So whatever the affliction was, it's not gone away.
Dave Taylor's exited the session as Martin Van Loozenhoorn just seems to be closing the gap corner by corner at this rate on Matthias Sponholz in that Braun GP reed car.
Absolutely nothing. Again, Dave Taylor, absolutely nothing he could do. That's 2 races in a row, really.
Here comes Loozenhoorn.
Here he is indeed. And he'll have 4 laps to try and catch Christian Rose, and I think it's going to take a lot of catching, to be honest. And I don't mean any disrespect, but Van Loozenhoorn has been absolutely on fire in this race. Is Sponholz going to have a go and try and get second place back? Look at the difference on the brakes, Alex.
Yeah, just you can see the gap literally open up. It's normally the other way around, isn't it?
That's a man who's fully in tune with this car.
Martin's on fire. CQR is terrified, you could say.
I think that could well be it. And speaking of
CQR having a really great race when you look at them right now. Rose is leading the way. And
Bun and then Baker.
yeah, Bun and Baker right there, you know, so 3 drivers in the top 5, that's all good for the Teams Championship for the points. As remember, it's the top 3 drivers out of each race that score points for the team, and the bottom 2 get dropped.
Those points will help carry them into the showdown as well.
Berryman is attacking Keithley. He's already into the slipstream. Already alongside, and he's already clear. Look at that.
As Baker gets past Bun as well, just on that straight too.
So Bun's job really is to hold Berryman off, isn't it, and try and give his teammate a bit of space.
Couple of laps, you know, if he could just do it for 2 laps, then Baker might get enough of a gap to stay ahead. But it's going to be a tall order.
This. Yeah, but you can defend here at Spa. It's a track where overtaking is quite common, but if you place your car well, you can put up a good scrap.
Yep.
Bun's going to have to do that now.
On that last lap, as we look at that battle again, as Matt Bunn goes on the defensive into Pouon. 2:14.4 for Martin van Loozenhout on that last lap, compared to a 2:16 done by Christian Rose, 1.6 second difference.
Yeah, and very close between Berryman and Bunn here. And try and go around the outside. I'm not quite sure he's got the grip there. He's on the dirty stuff, and Matt Bunn with the tighter line manages to stay in front. A good battle. And Matt Bunn, good defending.
Loozenhout's taking the lead.
What? Already?
Yep. Yeah, yeah.
I didn't even think there was any danger of that anytime soon. That's why I was watching the other one.
Even I looked away. Let's see what happens. Was it a mistake? Yeah, no, it didn't look like a mistake for Christian Rose either.
Rose is fighting back though. Here we go. He's got a run. Got a very, very good run. I think he's going to have to try it here. And look at that. Just the braking power of Van Loozenhout. Absolutely scary in this car.
We're watching the other battle there for a second as well, because Peter moves himself up and past Matt Bunn, gets a little bit out of shape on the exit. That could allow Bunn back up the inside. Is he going to do it?
He was massively out of shape, Berryman, and
Does.
Bunn is late on the brakes. Berryman's going to try the cut back here.
Definitely give Baker enough of an opportunity to get away. 1.8 seconds. They're pretty
Side by side.
reasonable. Oh, side by side through a Rouge.
Is anybody going to blink here?
Oh,
the answer is no!
No! How on earth
He's
do
got
they
to
make
surely
it
cut the
through?
course. Bunn's surely cut the course there.
Oh,
and there's contact.
Really a quarter panel there.
Lightest contact. Here comes Keithley as well. Keithley hasn't got anywhere to go. He make a move. Berryman still Bunn resists the attack.
Oh, he's got the inside though now, Berryman.
Berryman gives it all he's got. I'm giving her all she's got, Captain. And dear me. Very good battle though, that.
Not really making any informative noises here, but yeah, that was very close.
Fantastic bit of driving there, Alex. It really was close quarters combat. Close quarters racing.
Yeah, great driving all round. You know, you got to make these guys work for it. You know, they come up, they're quick. You know, the CQR know that they're quick, and can't make it easy. Oh, Keithley trying to go around the outside as well.
Bunn just slammed the door shut. You're not coming through there, Sonny Jim.
Out of shape for Bunn, big time.
Big wiggle. Massive tank slapper there. Managed to rescue it. Yeah, fantastic.
Been a few good saves this week on Apex Racing TV. That save from Maciej
Sakovic. One from
Sakovic. I might show Alex that during the break.
Have you seen that?
I haven't, no.
I'll show you that during the break.
Thompson and Pickford side by side, sorry guys.
Save of the century.
8th v 9th. At the same time as Pickford. Oh, Bunn! Through. Bunn's through into 6th.
Keithley is in, Pickford versus Thompson then.
LeBaire and Cullinan as well.
Oh no, Matt Bunn's gone.
Oh, Bunn's gone.
Yeah, he spun it finally. He ran out of 9 lives, I think, Matt Bunn.
Yeah, I think.
LeBaire around the outside. He's done that move a few times today. So the next person up for him is Matt Bunn.
He
lost to go.
Lost it on the way in and did a perfect 360 and just rejoined.
Nice.
I think we've got a calm enough point in the race now to tell you that we have had a few back-to-back race winners in this series. Oscar Mankin's done it twice. Ralph Cullinan, he was in 13th place.
Sorry, Adam. As soon as you start talking, something happens. Here comes Smith. Oh, Smith's going to have a go into a Rouge. No, he's not. It's probably sensible.
Paul Smith Yeah.
Paul's the epitome of sensible, I think, probably.
Experienced head on those shoulders, isn't it?
I think,
Knows
I think you're
best.
right there. But,
It's a better run though. Now get that position surely. Going
well, he is
into
from Yorkshire. I mean,
Oh no.
you know, side by side through Eau Rouge is not worth mithering over.
Oh no!
Oh, he's lost it though.
Why do we always seem to
And
curse
he's
him?
side by side, still with Cullinan. It's a good battle.
Even Baxter's drops a few positions. He's down to 12th all of a sudden. Don't know what happened to it.
They're still side by side in the battle for 15th, 14th. Neither man can still get a permanent advantage. Now Smith finally does. He's still going to come under some pressure into Pouon, I think.
Just have enough in hand. They're having a little look to the inside there, Ralph Cullinan, but it doesn't look like he's going to get through.
Although a lot of the time, Alex, when you have a little look through into Pouon, it's more to see where you're going than anything else. As Cullinan mounts another assault, but can't wrestle the place back.
Getting interesting with for the podium positions though. We're only going to have what, 1 lap to go in a moment. Baker 0.8 of a second behind Swanholtz, and Berriman just 0.4 behind him. So this is starting to hot up a little bit.
It's going to be interesting here between these three drivers. Oh, Berriman! Oh, goodness me!
John Godfrey might have had
Fantastic
he's just had a
save.
few. I was just going to say he looked like he'd disqualified, but it's just a few connection issues, I think, for the Apex Academy driver.
What a brilliant save by Berriman. Is it hard to save the car, Alex, when it gets like that in this one?
Yes and no. They're still on the old tyre model, so it doesn't like to be overheated, that's for sure.
Would you try and get off the throttle there and just
Really?
just
Yeah,
let it regain the grip naturally?
Yeah, just try and catch it, yeah.
Here he comes then. Here comes Berriman for 4th place. Baker will try and use the slipstream of Sponholtz in front to try and keep the CQR car level.
Berriman's got a lot of straight line speed. Is that something the guys have been working on this week, Alex?
We are very, very trimmed out here. Having a look at the setups that were being thrown around the other day. There's
Probably
not an awful-
explains the fact they're going sideways all the time.
Yeah, there's not a lot of wing on those cars, that's for sure.
It does look like, even with the slipstream, Adam, there's nothing Baker can do there.
Really, yeah, not at all, but he's still hanging in with him through the corners, so that shows you that the CQR maybe has a more all-round setup than then again, Matt Bunn was sliding his car around.
I think it's never a bad idea to have a balanced setup around Spa, but yeah, I think to be really quick, I think you do have to take the downforce off it.
Yeah, I think if you're running on a baseline setup, you're going to be a bit in big trouble here. I think you might have to make a few changes for this race meeting.
Bunn and Libert. Oh, Bunn nearly loses it through Pouon. He goes a bit wide. Oh, that's very, very close.
Lebert hold it round the outside. Bunn's defended this a few times, but can't this time. Lebert through.
That would have been a puncture in real life, I think. Front wing to right rear.
Berriman, he's got the run, going into Blanchimont. They're going to go side by side.
Bunn holds the inside, and I think Berriman's through already. That's that straight line speed advantage again.
Yep.
It's Sponholtz might be able to have a sniff.
Comes
to
Martin.
chicane, but I think he's too far behind. And Van Luzendorp makes it 2 from 2. He takes it, then it's Rose. And Berriman makes it onto the podium.
Keithley got Baker on the last lap as well, last corner.
Wow. Jack Keithley moving forward up into 5th place on the final lap.
Yeah, Baker did what Matt Bunn did, lost it on the entry into the bus stop chicane.
Quite close between Bunn and Libert. Bunn get Libert in the end, he did.
Yeah, he did.
Something's gone on there, he must have had to go into the chicane.
Paul Smith got Ralph
Did he have a
Cullinan.
look?
He got the
Alex?
slipstream, went round the outside of Blanchimont. So nice.
Oh, there you go.
Seeing that on screen now.
Good move by Bunn then.
They're trying to go around the outside. Didn't quite do it. Bunn committed himself. He needed to do that into the entry. Oh! And then they make a little bit of contact on the way out. Nice battling.
Contact at the exit of Blanchimont is not what you need. But, yeah, this time it was enough for Matt Bunn to secure 10th place. Very, very good. Oh, yeah. Very, very good scrap.
Blake could have crossed the line. He'll get the final position on the lead lap. That's 20th place. Matt Bunn has been demoted all the way to 18th place. Must have been a slowdown penalty that he didn't serve.
How many seconds was that? That was nearly... was a good 45 seconds, 50 seconds that he lost there?
Yeah. Oh, that's a shame.
Okay.
Well, let's run you through the finishing order then. Yeah, as a pensive pause in the...
I was just having a look. I was just having a look to see if there was anything, any evidence of the penalty. But yeah, that's evidence enough, I think.
Martin van Loozenau then makes it 2 hours 2. I can finally bring up this stat. There wasn't enough time to. We've had some back-to-back winners in the past. Oscar Mangan has done it back at the opening race meeting at Sebring. Pete Berryman did it at Montreal. And yeah, Martin van Loozenau doing it today here at Spa. Second, Christian Rose for CQR. Pete Berryman making it an Apex UK car into the top 3. Matthias Bonholtz finishing in 4th, 5th Jack Keithley, 6th David Baker, 7th Josh Thompson, 8th Mark Pickford, 9th Paul Denton, and 10th Samuel Lebert. Stephen Baxter 11th, 12th David White, 13th for Paul Smith after losing it after starting on the pole. 14th Ralph Cullinan, 15th John Godfrey, 16th Kip Stevens, 17th Tom Depka, 18th there is Matt Bunn. John McCutcheon 19th, 20th Ashley Bakehood, and the car's 1 lap down or more. Joss Honig in 21st, 1 lap down, and Antoine Hegelen 6 laps down. Dave Taylor also 6 laps down, along with George Lee Wright, who incidentally had the number 1 on his car for this race.
Well, he was number 1. He was the first one out, unfortunately. And Alex, well, tell us where the Wheel of Fortune is going to land.
There we go then. Okay.
Do you mind?
We're broadcasting. Right, here we go. Second time tonight. And I think it's going to be 22nd. I don't think we're going to get 16th. Oh, we are! Small one again, 16th.
If Stevens give it up, he's on pole position. Second, John Godfrey, Ralph Cullinan third, Paul Smith 4th, and David Watson 5th.
So, yeah, we'll see you back here for race 3 of the evening then. After this break on the iRacing MSA British Sim Racers Formula Renault.
Simulated racing can be awesome, but it can also be kind of a free-for-all. Interestingly, auto racing faced the same problem in its earlier days. Whether it was on the back roads, the beaches, or the city streets, the racing was fun. But there was always a certain level of chaos and danger, until some folks came along and put some order to all of this. Stuff like official racetracks, regulations about weight and equipment, and enforcement of standards. That's what gave us high-speed excitement, fast-paced action, and photo finishes. That's when racing became racing. The guys over at iRacing.com have made the same transformation in the world of sim racing. Sure, they've got the most accurate tracks and realistic cars out there, but that's just the start. See, iRacing analyzes the performance and results of each driver in every race, so you can be sure you're always placed in races where the competition will be tight, and that those reckless drivers who ruin it for us all are kept in the pits. Not to mention that with over 45,000 active members already in their vast community, you can find races day and night, so you can always get in on the action. You can even join a league of your favorite series. And since updates are always automatic, you don't have to worry about software and can focus on the track. Zip up your fire suit and check out iRacing.com.
Truex in the outside, contact made. 56 slides it into 4. Who's going to be at the stripe? Dead even, give it to Ryan Truex. Truex is your winner over Tandy.
iRacing.com is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all over the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics and engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. iRacing's web-based interface allows members to compare stats and test drive any combination of car and track instantly. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 60,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsport organizations like SRO Motorsports Group to deliver virtual races based on the real-life Blancpain GT series. iRacing's Blancpain Endurance Series features team racing, giving members the ability to build a team and participate in races ranging from 3 hours to 24 hours. Additional partners include NASCAR, IMSA, V8 Supercars, IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own 24 hours of Spa, Bathurst 1000, Daytona 500, and many more. iRacing.com, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car.
Round 3 of the evening is about to begin on the iRacing MSA British Sim Racers Formula Renault Championship here at Spa. Here on Apex Racing TV, Andrew Woodhouse, Alex Simpson, Adam Bath, and Adam. Well, race 2 started off with quite a bit of carnage, but it was a thoroughly enjoyable race. We saw some great battling out there, wheel-to-wheel stuff, and it resulted in a second win for Martin van Loozenhoorn.
Yeah, 2 out of 2. Good race meeting so far from from the Season 1 champion of the Formula Renaults. Really working his magic here around the circuit, and completely dominant performance there. He was able to get a good start. I think he was up 10 positions by the time we completed the opening lap, and then just picked them off one by one from there. And as off goes Matt Bunn in the warm-up session, and has a big one similar to Kevin Magnussen there.
Also a yellow car.
And a yellow car as well. That's how ironic. But yeah, we'll see what happens in race 3 if he can make it 3 out of 3, which we saw in the BSR TC 2 years ago.
And Alex, no matter what happens with Van Loozenhoorn in his iRacing career, he can always turn around and say he was the first Formula Renault champion.
Yeah, absolutely, no doubts. It's been a little while since he's been drove the car, really. So when he decided to come back in on this one, it was a bit of a surprise. But he hasn't lost it. So yeah, and we have to obviously confirm it's the 2016 season 1 that he won, not the 2017.
That was the very first season of this car, though, and that's the thing. What do you think his chances are of making it 3?
I think he's got a good chance. I mean, just look how quick he's been tonight.
16th on the grid.
Yeah, reverse grid not quite so bad this time. He hasn't got a penalty or anything like that. So, yeah, I think he's got a good chance.
And Dave Taylor and George Lee Wright can resume fisticuffs at the back of the grid on the back row there. With Antoine Higlin, who seems to just have absolutely no luck in this series whatsoever.
No, none at all.
The French driver in the French car, not doing particularly well in Belgium, Adam.
Yeah, things are not going well. Of him, he might be able to get one better in race 3. It's turning into Rubens Barrichello's Brazilian Grand Prix jinx at this rate.
Oh. Dear me, nothing compares to that, I don't think. Poor chap. He probably still has that on iRacing. It was that bad. Right then. Here we go.
Kip Stevens then.
Yeah, no John Godfrey on the front row, it looks like.
Big penalty.
No. Here we go.
Oh no!
Jump start, you might as well go.
That's the Pastor Maldonado getaway, isn't it?
Go, you might as well. David White. I think was it David White? He was. Hey, just go. You might just make hay while you can. You'll have a penalty to serve in a minute.
He's gone.
Kip Stevens. It's like he slowed down momentarily and just decided, oh, sod it, I'm off.
That's how you avoid the slipstream on the first lap.
We've seen 2 very unique ways, one from Paul Smith and one from David White. Team mad by nature, mad as a box of frogs.
There's a Clay Regazzoni getaway, wasn't it? As we head up the hill then.
Clay Regazzoni, a reference, ladies and gentlemen. As look at this, we're going to go 3 wide maybe. It's actually Stevens versus Cullinan. Cullinan round the outside for what is second place, I suppose. But really, Alex, it's definitely the lead.
Yeah, exactly.
That was, I mean, there was not really, it's not one for the dubious goals panel, that, is it? It's a clear jump start.
Yep.
Good 3 or 4 seconds.
Oh, who's that running off wide there?
It's
Smith. It's Smith, yeah.
Oh no!
Into the gravel. I don't know if he got collected or anything like that.
He squandered his 3rd place.
Have a look, see what happened.
I wonder if David White just went when the red lights went on, and instead of waiting for the green.
I've done that before, but like an idiot, I stopped. I should have just carried on.
Oh, at the inside of Kip Stevens goes that's Samuel Lebert. He's trying to take 3rd place.
And Paul just lost it on his own.
Oh, old tyres first lap. 40 degrees out there. The tyres won't be cold for long.
Who's that on the inside?
That's Thompson.
Thompson.
Yeah. I think the more we talk about Paul Smith, the more he suffers.
Yeah, let's just not mention him. He'll probably win race 4.
He's saving it for Bathurst later in the season. Because here comes Kip Stevens.
Oh, dear me. Oh, this is fun.
I think we know what we're doing of the highlight of this race.
I think you... Oh! That's
It's Baxter!
That was Baxter. There goes Baxter.
Please don't reverse onto the track. Right, David White
Is he in the pits?
not in the pit. He is in the
pits. And it is the pits for David White. Oh, crash! That's
It's Berryman. Championship leader.
Berryman
Up against the fence.
got nerfed by someone, I think.
David White also, yeah, White in the pits, also Tom Depp, both in.
He started 21st, Berryman.
Still
He's
nice,
just
yeah.
in front of Baxter. He's got damage.
Yeah, someone lost it just in front of him, sent him around, and he had to
Honig.
do a 3-point turn to get around.
Honig versus Wright. Wright's actually gone through. He's made good progress. Dawsley right up from 24th. He's now in 15th place.
Oh, Kip Stevens is all over the place here. He's having to fend off attacks from both sides, and we're going 3 wide down the Kemmel Straight.
And
Bun.
and then just in front of them is Baker. Oh, Keithley! Almost disaster for Keithley. Oh, Bash!
A Bash again.
Crashed and off
Buns
goes
are
Bun.
out.
Oh,
it's
and
a
he
big
flies!
one.
Oh, and he almost takes out his teammate. Christian Rose there. Almost with, I think,
Even
man.
still.
Almost 3 wide on the exit of Rivage.
Is it not Pickford? I think it might have been.
Pickford's dropping down the order. He's dropping down the order.
Samuel Levert up to 2nd place. He's just disposed of Ralph Cullinan. Martin van Loozenord is up to 4th, by the way. Oh, Levert!
Oh, good stuff that, by the way. With Libert and Cullinan. Van Loozenord is there. He's looking for the hat trick.
Oh, he's not wasting any time, is he? He's really frustrated that Ralph Cullinan was there.
Yeah, he's going to go through here, though. We've seen the straight line speed advantage the Apex Racing cars have got. He's using that even on the outside line. Now he's got to be brave through Blanchimont. Both men have to. Cullinan slightly tapped the curb, and it just ruined his momentum a little bit. As here comes Libert for the lead. Oh,
he makes it.
Missed the corner.
But surely, he get the cut back on the exit. Martin van Loozenord has just erased all the deficit in those 2 corners.
Because Thompson had to go wide as well. Is it going to be Thompson? Is it going to be Van Loozenord? Thompson having a look into La Source. He's not got the he's got the line, but he didn't quite have the braking. But well, Libert makes a slight mess of the corner, and here comes Van Loozenord.
Alex will be worrying a little bit here. He doesn't want to see 3 cars all taken out in one fell swoop. As we go through Eau Rouge. I've cursed it now.
I think he'll rage quit the broadcast if that happens.
One moment for me, let known them.
Oh, I know, right? Off of the hill, and you've got just behind them is Baker and Cullinan side by side as well. We can see that in the same shot. Baker pulls into 4th position. Cullinan having a look into Lecombe, not close enough. And Libert has to settle for 3rd now.
And that's Martin van Loozenord to the lead.
Oh, here comes Libert.
Backing into Rivage.
Libert's having a go.
And he's through.
Good stuff by Libert. Thompson left the door open.
Kip Stevens and Christian Rose. They've just changed positions. Kip Stevens now through.
Stevens dropping down the order.
Yeah, he's dropping down the order.
If there's any issues with Kip Stevens' car, because he's struggling a bit out there.
Honig looks like he's struggling a little bit as well. Dropping.
He's holding
time.
up. He's really holding up Denton and Pickford, is it?
Yeah, it is. Berryman just behind them Denton as well, trying to work his way through.
Denton makes a mistake. Berryman up the inside into Fanyas. Pickford round the outside. Is that Pickford? Yeah, it is Pickford, isn't it?
Berryman through into 13th
he's not through
place.
yet. Oh, he's through now. Battle from Pickford though. Right then, let's have a look at the situation at the front. Van Loozenord's in the lead, and I struggle to think that anyone's going to pull him back because nobody's had the pace.
Where's Graham Carroll when you need him?
Yeah, well that's it.
seems to be the only antidote to Martin van Loozenord leading at the moment. Samuel Lebert comes across the line in second place, 1 second behind now. Josh Thompson third, Baker setting his sights on a possible podium in fourth again.
Oh, I tell you what, we have had someone win 3 races in a meeting before, but Bastin Job did that in the British Racing Touring Car Championship.
I don't think we've ever had anyone do 4 though, have we? So
No.
since it's been to 4.
I think someone had a chance at 4, didn't they, once? But was it Sutton that had a chance at 4?
Possibly.
Adam, last season maybe?
Oh, here
Yeah,
comes...
really sounded like his car just run out of juice going up through
If you missed
Eau
a gear,
Rouge
maybe.
there. I wonder if he's running the slightly taller gear, which is obviously going to be great when he's in the slipstream, but when he's on his own, it's absolutely terrible.
Not going to be very good up the hill either, is it?
Yeah, exactly. Right there, it really suffered because Josh just drove clean past.
Yep.
Shouts out to George Lee Wright. He's up 15 positions to 9th position.
Yeah, hats off to him.
Oh, Baker!
David
Off on
Baker's
his own.
gone.
Same thing as Smith, just lost it.
Mistake from Baker then. See many of those.
He's still in front of Pete Behrman, which, you know, is his championship rival at the moment. Those guys first and second in the championship.
Yeah,
Inside
and
the
he's
top
got
10.
Jos Honig between them as well, so he's not under direct pressure from Berryman at the minute.
Here comes the UKV Academy battle into the Fania chicane. Thompson versus Libert. Want to make it an Apex Academy 1-2, which has happened earlier in the season.
Then you've got Jack Casey for Faker Sim Sport Europe just behind them as well. Libert then pressuring. Dorkin Thompson. New curveball for Eric. It's a nice run. I think that taller gear, Alex. I think you're right there. Benefiting nicely in the top end speed range. Got the inside for Blanchimont. And Thompson not alongside, but Thompson, he's not close enough, I don't think, for a move here. Oh, he locks up Libert. And he's looked quite ragged into that final corner.
Yeah, I sense it's going to be the same situation again. Let's go on board with Thompson and we'll see this going up the hill, I think. The difference in the gear ratios.
Yeah, take us through it. Oh,
The speed up as well. So it's only really 7th that it comes into play, so we won't see anything at this point while they're accelerating through the gears.
you think Thompson will gain up the hill? Then he should do, shouldn't he?
Yeah, he started close now with just a slipstream, and it's here. This is where
Yeah.
really a big deal.
That's
The Bears
not
car's
slipstream.
just flat, isn't it, coming out of that? That's not slipstream, that is just purely the fact that the gear ratio is just far too long coming up there. So the Bear obviously wanted that slipstream to come through the pack, but now that he's on his own, it's hurting him somewhat. He can't break away from Thompson.
Yeah, and it helped him well in the early going, didn't it? Coming up from 7th place on the grid. You're right, now he's got a bit of a roadblock. Josh Thompson shaped roadblock.
Stephen Baxter's dropped down the order. He's now in 21st position. I think he lost it.
Well, with some problems.
Bonholtz, yeah, I was just about to say he's done well to get up to 6th place.
A disqualification, possibly. I don't know.
Were they both disqualified together?
Bonholtz. Just Bonholtz?
Bonholtz and who else was it?
No, just Woodhouse, as far as I can tell.
I was just going to say, yeah, the Baxter spun at the first corner. I
Here
don't know
comes
if
the
you
Bear
might-
again.
So here comes
Around
the Bear into the
outside
Fania
after they've
chicane.
gone through pool 1 to the Fania.
And that's a
chicane.
place. That's a place where that tall gear ratio would help him through Pouon as well.
Yeah, and I tell you, coming through this next section through
we go on
Blanchimont,
board
this is
with
where
Lebert
they
now,
actually bottom. This is where they sort of top out the shorter gear coming out of Blanchimont, and this is where Lebert will be very, very quick. If he gets a good run through here, he'll carry a lot of speed. He won't top out or hit that rev limiter.
Go on board with Lebert. Yeah, he's got really good closing speed here. He can't do anything with it though, he's got no room. Which way is Thompson going to go? Only one way you can really go, the inside. Lebert once again locks a wheel. This time he's a bit more controlled through the chicane, and Thompson now has the outside line, and this is where his shorter ratio will help him gain more ground on the short run to Eau Rouge.
Yeah,
Sorry.
if I was Samuel Lebert, I'd let him through there so I can use that top gear ratio on the Kemmel straight and blast back past that Apex Academy car.
Let's go on board with Lebert again, Alex, and see what's going on. So really, he should not gain a lot of ground here.
Well, he'll have the draft this time, so that will make the uphill a bit easier for him. So
Now is where he'll get, yes. But you can really see the benefit of it. Wow. He's got DRS.
Yeah, clean through.
But then he tops out again once he hits the clean air. Thompson then starts to reel him back in again. Fascinating battle. Oh!
Yeah, they don't top out the shorter gear going into Lecum, which even with the draft, so just really in Blanchimont. So it's a decision to make.
Right, insight there from Alex, and just a view of what the setup options can do there, Adam, and how they can affect the racing.
Yeah, definitely. I didn't really realise how much you can change the gear ratios on these Formula Renaults, especially at the circuit like Spa, but showing that the drivers are trying to make sure they get every bit of straight line speed, as Mark Pickford nearly loses it there on the exit of the corner with no name. Is that what we're looking at, Alex?
Yeah, exactly.
Denton went very wide anyway, didn't he?
Yeah, and you know what it's like though, when you see someone go a little bit wide, you just give that little bit of extra, don't you? I think, right, I can get him, and then you're like, oh God, a little moment for yourself. I think that's exactly what happened to Pickford there. Blake Hood and Hutchinson as well, very close. Hutchinson over the curb in through Fania chicane. This is?
Yep. No, that was right. I see you've got your track map with you this week.
Always.
Here comes Jos Honig and David Baker. They're very close going through Blanchimont into the bus stop chicane as we're about to start the final lap.
Yeah, Baker trying to get some of those lost positions back. Mounting a challenge on Honig. Honig tidy through the chicane, but
oh, McHutchinson loses it,
no.
and Blake Hood has to go around him. It's very tricky.
Oh.
His teammates tucked up behind him. Smith.
saying he's barely ever driven the car, Alex.
Yeah, doing a great job, to be honest, apart from that start, of course.
Right, here comes Thompson now, with the shorter ratio. Fighting back on Samuel Libert. You watch it. After all this, we'll find that they've both had the same gears all along. Side by side between these two, and also between Wright and Cullinan. It's for 6th place. Wright's made the move, and Cullinan's fighting back with the slipstream. Wright defends the inside, and he's late enough on the brakes, George Lee Wright.
Honig and Baker as well. There's lots of battles going on in this final lap of the race.
Oh, Lebert up to second, rounding outside, but surely Thompson will have the inside line for Rivage and has it back, but Lebert's still hanging in there into the corner with no name. He's going to go back up the inside and wrestle that 2nd place back, but he gives him the space on the outside, and they're going to go wheel to wheel into Pouon here.
What an amazing battle this is, race long. Thompson not giving in. Lebert this time forces the issue through Pouon. Just runs a slightly deeper line, Alex, and squeezes him out slightly.
Yeah, Josh definitely wants that place back. He's got the opportunity one more time to use the slipstream. Oh, slightly wide through there though. That won't help him. He lost a little bit of time. 0.4 of a second back now, so he needs to nail this corner, get a good run.
Lebert does look like he's got the tendency to overdrive slightly, and he seems
Lebert's used all that extra track there just to make sure he gets a good run off the corner. Sensible, took the off track just to sort of play a bit of a defensive role. And Luzenord's going to come through any second to take this victory.
Thompson's gaining hard. And Luzenord's into the bus stop. Let's see if there's a move quickly. Down the outside, Martin van Luzenord, it's a hat-trick for him. Fantastic 3 from 3. It's going to be Libert, surely. Yes, it is.
Great racing between them.
Brilliant
from
battle.
Keithley as well. Higlin finally gets a result.
At one point, Anton Higlin had 5 or 6 second places in a row. Denton with an issue.
Load on penalty, I think.
Coming out of the final corner, and a slowdown for him.
David Baker was able to get Jos Honig on the final lap of the race as well. So that gave him 9th. Jos Honig down to 10th.
Close, nothing going there. And Baxter and Rose, they're just a little bit too far apart for any kind of change as well.
Yeah,
and where is he?
Dave Taylor in that scarlet red Formula Renault. into the final corner.
Some wing damage, but Taylor finished in the race. Because he had some rotten luck in races 1 and 2. Over the line he comes for 20th place. He's got a reverse grid opportunity.
And now we wait for David White, who started on the pole.
Oh,
well, sort of. He nearly led the... he was the first away from the line.
He was going to start on pole, didn't he?
Where did he lose his front end?
I don't know. He was on the last lap. Let's have a look.
It was the start lap 6.
Oh, has he crashed with Taylor?
Did he?
No. No, they've had separate ones. They've had separate ones. Oh.
Hitting walls and all sorts. Finish!
So,
I've got to find the start of this race and go on board with him before we do anything as well.
Alex, this is the damnedest thing I've ever seen in my life. These three. David White, right? David Taylor and Tom Depker. Please watch the end of lap 6 and just give us your opinion on what goes on here. Please.
I'm going to scroll back through the tapes as well.
Outstanding tomfoolery on the last lap.
Hold on.
There we go then. End of lap 6, going into the bus stop chicane, is it?
Yes, I just want to see Alex's reaction to this. Because I think this is just the damnedest thing I've ever seen, to be honest.
Oh my word. Oh no! Oh no! Dave Taylor.
Have you found it?
Oh god! Sorry,
He's not
even
describing it. It's that bad.
Oh dear. Oh. But wow, it's on screen. Everyone sees.
Oh dear me.
We go back to lap 1.
Just sheer bad luck, that I think, for all involved.
Right then.
Where is he, Mr. White? Let's get
Mr.
on board.
Rollbar.
Is he
Get
still
on board
going?
with you. No, I'm going on board to watch the start of the race again. We're just waiting for the lights.
There's something I can reference. I can't repeat it on air, but
Well, he doesn't waste any time, does he? He literally, he just goes into first gear and says, "Oh well."
Oh.
Reverend, he's like, go!
You can see, like he just sort of goes, oh, sort of stops.
And I'm sure you'll have been saying, "Tell Charlie to." When he
has a massive moment in turn 1 as well.
He's so well. He just
No time
can't
to
believe
lose,
what's going on.
Let me do the rear check. The rear cam. Where's the road? What a start!
He saved that fantastically well, I have to say. Oh man, he was all over the place.
That's exactly what you should do, though, if you jump a start. I mean, really, he was only after the penalty. He was only 4 seconds behind the back of the pack. You know, if you wait, you're going to be 20 seconds back. So he did the right thing.
Well, you have to go at that point, don't you?
Oh, you've got to.
You have to go and give yourself at least a chance of doing. I mean, look, if they all crash off, you could serve your penalty and get out in the lead.
Does iRacing just give you a stop and go, Alex, or does it give you a penalty for just for how much you jump the start by, or?
No, I'm pretty sure it's just a stop and go.
Oh, there you go. So.
I had one in the club series at Interlagos. I did exactly the same thing as David White, and I for some reason I went on the red light and not on the green one.
There was a VTCC race I seem to remember from nearly 10 years ago where the lights weren't working at Donington Park and he had to do it with a British flag. And Colin Turkington jumped the start on that occasion.
I remember that. That has to go down as one of the funniest races I think we've ever done. That's fantastic. We've got one more piece of business to attend to, and that is who's going to be on pole for round number 4. Can it be a clean sweep for Martin van Loosenhoorn?
Will it be another small one? We've had small ones all night. And if you're going to have a big, if you're going to have one for race 4, have a big one.
Oh, this is it. Otto.
Right, here we go then. Final time for the night. Trying to press it. Go!
Let's go. Man.
Oh, it is. It's a full.
Oh.
Wow.
Becker finished the race.
Yes, yeah, he did. He finished it 1 lap down. So, and maybe this is what David White was thinking. Maybe he thought if I jump the start, I can get a 2nd place start on the grid for race 4. That's where he's going to be starting for the final race of the day. Dave Taylor, time to shine. He's up in third. Kip
Stevens.
fourth. With Kip Stevens in fourth. Those two have known each other well over the years, and Stephen Baxter's going to be starting in fifth. So I think we've got all the ingredients we need.
I think professionalism just goes out the window sometimes when describing these events, but it's so fantastic. That race was so fantastic to watch. I think it's well worth the price of admission. Right then, we've still got to do it one more time tonight. So please stick with us here on Apex Racing TV. We will be back for round 4 of the iRacing MSA British Sim Racers Formula Renault Championship right after this break. Don't go anywhere.
Simulated racing can be awesome, but it can also be kind of a free-for-all. Interestingly, auto racing faced the same problem in its earlier days. Whether it was on the back roads, the beaches, or the city streets, the racing was fun. But there was always a certain level of chaos and danger, until some folks came along and put some order to all of this. Stuff like official racetracks, regulations about weight and equipment, and enforcement of standards. That's what gave us high-speed excitement, fast-paced action, and photo finishes. That's when racing became racing. The guys over at iRacing.com have made the same transformation in the world of sim racing. Sure, they've got the most accurate tracks and realistic cars out there, but that's just the start. See, iRacing analyzes the performance and results of each driver in every race, so you can be sure you're always placed in races where the competition will be tight, and that those reckless drivers who ruin it for us all are kept in the pits. Not to mention that with over 45,000 active members already in their vast community, you can find races day and night, so you can always get in on the action. You can even join a league of your favorite series. And since updates are always automatic, you don't have to worry about software and can focus on the track. Zip up your fire suit and check out iRacing.com.
The outside contact made. 56 slides it at a 4. Who's going to be at the stripe? Dead even. Give it to Ryan Truex. Truex is your winner over Tandy.
iRacing.com is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all over the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics and engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. iRacing's web-based interface allows members to compare stats and test drive any combination of car and track instantly. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 60,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsport organizations like SRO Motorsports Group to deliver virtual races based on the real-life Blancpain GT series. iRacing's Blancpain Endurance Series features team racing, giving members the ability to build a team and participate in races ranging from 3 hours to 24 hours. Additional partners include NASCAR, IMSA, V8 Supercars, IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own 24 hours of Spa, Bathurst 1000, Daytona 500, and many more. iRacing.com, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car.
Welcome back to Apex Racing TV, and for the final time tonight, we tackle the circuit de Spa-Francorchamps in the Formula Renault series. Andrew Woodhouse, Adam Bath, and Alex Simpson with you. Alex, that last race was fantastic. It had everything. It had fantastic racing, brilliant overtakes, hilarity, carnage, everything you would want from a motor race, I think.
Yep, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, thoroughly enjoyed that. Come on, guys, let's have the same again. We've got full reverse grid this time as well.
All right, and Adam Martin van Loozenhoorn going for the unprecedented 4 race victories in a single meeting. It's never been done before in BSR.
Not been done. Can he do it today? And this is the biggest test of all for him, really. We've finally got a big reverse grid. The other 2 races, we've had about 16 or 17 cars reversed. Now we've got the full, and he's going to be starting in 22nd place. It's all going to be about the opening few laps for him and whether he can get the win. Let's run you through the grid then for the final time tonight. Tom Depko on pole position. 2nd, David White. Try and get away on the green lights this time. David Taylor starting in 3rd. Kip Stevens 4th. Stephen Baxter 5th. Christian Rose 6th. 7th, John McCutchinson. 8th, Paul Smith. 9th, Ashley Blake Hood. And 10th, John Godfrey. 11th is Paul Denton. 12th, Mark Pickford. 13th, Jos Honig. 14th, David Baker. 15th is Pete Berryman. 16th, Ralph Cullinan. 17th, George Lee Wright. 18th, Antoine Hegelin. 19th, Jack Keithley. 20th, Josh Thompson. 21st, Samuel Lebert. There's Martin van Loozenhoorn in 22nd. 23rd, Matthias Bonholtz. And starting at the back in 24th, it's going to be Matt Bunn.
Well done for fitting that in. 4 drivers ready to tackle another 7 laps. 49 kilometres. And we're ready to go.
Green, green, green.
Now, as the green light is on, I'm sure somebody's jumped the start in the middle.
I think it might be Hegelin.
Possibly, or was it Berryman? I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think it's Berryman.
Somebody definitely went early. The second time tonight we've had it looks like we've had a jump start. Somebody's taking the Raikkonen line, i.e. cheating on the outside. It was Martin van Loozenhoorn.
Yeah, it was a similar getaway from Berryman there to Pastor Maldonado in 2012, wasn't it? And we had a huge incident on our hands there as here comes Stephen Baxter on Dave Taylor.
That's one of the worst ones we've ever seen. Oh, here comes David White.
Legitimately for the lead here.
Yes. Second race in a row, he's led the race. Through goes David White. He takes the lead for Team Mad. Who's that up into 2nd place already? It's Baxter. It's not Baxter, it's...
But Depko, obviously, from pole.
Sorry, it's Depko, then
Baxter
it was...
in 3rd.
Sorry, it was Baxter, I meant 3rd, sorry. Then it's Taylor, then it's Rose, then it's Berryman.
Berryman up 9 positions. Yeah, he's probably the one that jumped in the start, isn't he? Up 9 positions, and the start crash, big one!
Higgling.
And, it's a CQR car, but I can't work out who it is. It's Matt Bunn, I think.
Is it?
Possibly. Or Baker, I can't work it out.
Matt Bunn was last, so I don't know if he was even involved in that. We'll have a little look. Oh, Sponholtz. Oh, man. Sponholtz with Keithley and Honig very, very close.
Yeah, it was Matt Bunn.
That's for about 20th place.
Berryman then up to 4th.
He's already passed Rose.
Might have been.
Again, I think he might have a penalty to serve.
Yeah, the pink helmet, it was Pete Berryman, I think. As Baxter takes 2nd place away from Tom Depka, so position changes going on there. Dave Taylor still holding his own inside the top 10 in the early going. He's in 6th.
Yeah, it was Berryman who jumped the start, so I think that'll be it. He could be coming in this time.
And that's going to hand Martin van Loozenhoorn an advantage because he probably would have been one of the biggest challengers to Martin van Loozenhoorn winning 4 out of 4 here, and now he's going to have to make a trip to the pits.
You would have thought after the last race,
hang out though.
He would. Well, you get 3 laps, I think, to serve it. You would have thought after what we saw in the last race, he'd have just gone, you know. But he actually checked up and stopped, just down the middle and go. Get yourself to the front and try and get a lead.
Paul Smith's at it again.
You're going to lose a lot of time anyway. Exactly.
Poor Paul Smith, he's just run into the back of Dave Taylor, which is going to make him very happy. No. And yeah, he's now down the order in 22nd place.
Have a look then, what's he done?
Don't make a Yorkshireman angry.
Going into the bus stop.
That was the main takeaway that I had from our seasons covering the BSR, the Kia Club Series together.
The Club Series, that's it. As Baxter and White once again down the back straight. Look at all those cars swarming behind. In the midfield.
Martin van Loozenhoorn's dropping down the order.
Slow down, I think, from Martin.
That might just scupper the chances of winning the race.
David White's dropping down the order.
Around, must be. He's in the gravel.
Oh, he is. He's well in the gravel at Almady.
What was that?
Yeah.
That's contact with Pete Berryman.
Oh dear. So Berryman, he's not going to be happy
off.
with. He's not going to be happy with that, is he? Because Berryman was supposed to service stop and go penalty for jumping the start.
Is that some kind of weird jump start inception that we've just seen? Then Berryman and White hitting each other. I'm not sure. Oh, look at that! There was a slow car there. Keithley.
Oh, Keithley, yeah.
And Cullinan pulled out of the slipstream. Very nearly clobbered Jack Keithley. Nothing he could do there.
And Martin van Loozenau is now 6 seconds off the lead with.
That's not bad actually.
Make that 9 seconds actually. I was looking at the wrong.
Oh, crash! Well, the spin.
It's Bunn.
It is.
Still on the replay here, so I'm trying to get this. Just seeing this from Keithley. Moving to the left, that was a slowdown for Keithley, wasn't it, as well?
Let's
have a look at what happens to Matt Bunn.
Again, changes him to Matt Spun by the end of this.
Pete Berryman still going at it though. He's got Christian Rose and Tom Depke for company.
Taylor versus Honig.
Just a spin on his own, really, wasn't it, from Bunn? Nothing, no contact.
Berryman stays out again.
So, well, unless he got it.
Honig hits Taylor, and Taylor goes round.
Martin van Loozenau's in the pits.
Sure, it wasn't Martin who got the jump start.
I'm gonna go back. It was a blue. It was a blue car. So he didn't jump the start. I can tell you that. It just looks, but problem for Martin van Loozenau. Maybe he didn't serve a slowdown penalty in time. Who knows? Doesn't want to win 4 out of 4, possibly.
He's away anyway, so just 20 seconds, so some sort of penalty he's had to serve. Berryman 2.1 seconds behind Baxter. I'm sure he will get a penalty for the contact regardless of the jump start. So, not quite sure what the points will be. Who was it he hit? It was White, wasn't it? And obviously White's down in 16th now, and it's all about the amount of places that the person loses as well, how severe the penalty is. And right now, White really struggling down in 17th now, so it's going to be a pretty severe one for Pete.
So with Pete Berryman, he's still yet to serve his stop and go penalty. I wonder if he can serve at any point in the race, or maybe it's got to be within 3 laps.
I'm sure it's got to be within 3 laps. If you get one, it has to be within 3 laps.
Okay, so Baxter leads, Berryman sort of second. We'll say Christian Rose is effectively second place. Third is Tom Depke, fourth is John McCutchinson, fifth David Baker, sixth Josh Thompson. A great race from him, and Samuel Lebert, he's in seventh. George Lee right up in eighth, ninth Spawn Holtz and Kip Stevens running at the top 10.
Did Pete get it stopped in time and back onto his spot before the lights went out, you know?
No, he just went, mate. He just went before the lights.
Yeah.
By the looks of it.
A good 1 second,
he didn't actually stop at all. I think he just went. So, Smith versus Godfrey. Then Godfrey on the outside.
So
Godfrey. John Godfrey nearly hits Smith. And he's through.
Oh dear, it's all chaos there going into the final corner.
3 wide as well.
Yeah.
Look at the Team Mad cars in there.
Actually, well, we've already said today that they're mad.
Smith on Godfrey gets him on the outside. Good exit. Also, this battle going on as well. This is McHutchinson, Lebert, and Thompson.
Matt Bunn hits Blake Hood.
Oh, just when we left it.
Hit him at La Source, round goes Blake Hood. It's left Baxter in the lead.
Well, 2 by 2 down the back straight here, the Kemmel straight. We've got McHutchinson and that's Baker, and Josh Thompson also in the mix as well. 3 wide into Lake Calm. Is Baker going to throw it up the inside? He does a little think about it, but now McHutchinson's going to go to the outside of Lake Calm, and Samuel Lebert just watching this all unfold, and George Lee Wright's waiting to get into the picture too.
Lebert having a little look. Van Loozenau is 22nd at the moment.
Yeah, far too far back to do anything really from there now. That 20-second penalty.
I don't think
get
he'll
this.
get
Peter
any
still
place.
hasn't been in. Martin has, and as far as I'm concerned, served what looks like a,
Oh,
a
Pete,
penalty.
I can tell you,
100%.
100% jumped the start.
100%. And that was why it was a little bit crazy.
Oh, this is very close. Baker versus Samuel Lebert going into the punch chicane. Got it right eventually, and it's 2x2 in front of them. That's McCutcheon versus Thompson. It's very close there, and now McCutcheon might go back up the inside. The Pro Sim driver going at it into Stavilo. So is Matt Bunn. So is David Baker.
Yeah, Berryman. I've just watched the start again. He was nearly a row in front of his grid spot when he when he went. So, oof. Oh my!
George Wright getting into this. Oh no! And there we go.
Goes Depke. There goes Depke. Posited into the side.
Wasn't too bad in the end. I was expecting a monumental crash, but they were able to sort it all out, and we've got 4 drivers left.
Just a little bit messy, wasn't it? Hutchinson goes deep. Lebert has to compromise his line thanks to that. But a nice run out of the corner though, and here we go. Now we're going to La Source, surely. Samuel Lebert, French driver.
Now, Tom got hit. That's why he's got put. He saved it. Didn't hit the wall though, did he? So.
Oh, he's struggling away though. He's now under pressure from Sponholtz.
It's a lap 5 of the race now. It's a 7-lap race, and Pete Berryman's still yet to come into the pits.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think he's got away with it.
He's got away with it
He'd be in, wouldn't he, otherwise? So.
There's absolute evidence, though, absolutely conclusive evidence that that's what happened. But I guess if the stewards or if the software does not pick up on it, there's Baker and Lebert side by side. Lebert goes around the outside into Lecombe. Nearly loses the car, but gathers it all up nicely.
How does it not pick up on it?
Well, I have no idea. I'm going to do that in every race if that's the case.
It's not as if it's like a human doing it either. And as Baker goes deep
Baker
into
goes wide. He's going to gather that up. Get the momentum. No, it wasn't even one of those where it's debatable. It was
and dry, definitely.
Unless he went right as the green flag came out before anyone else had time to react to it, but he wouldn't have pulled. He managed to get 5 or 10 metres before anybody else went. So. Yeah.
Or maybe it's just a loophole in the rules that we don't know, that you can serve your penalty whenever you want. Yeah.
Oh, that could be true actually. You might have to serve it on the last lap, Alex. Is that possible?
Yeah, it's possible. I mean, what's strange is he's not really lapping very quickly either.
16.5.
He was lapping quite considerably quicker earlier on, like in the 15s. You know.
You think he knows that he's
similar conditions?
I think he knows that he's jumped the start and he doesn't want to win the race?
Make any sense to me?
Well, he's going to go into the bus stop chicane now to start his penultimate lap. Marcel van Loozenholt holds the fastest lap, and he set it on his last lap out of the pits, 2:15.3.
Van Loozenholt is...
Maybe Berryman's doing the Michael Schumacher Silverstone 98 tactic here of cross the start-finish line in the pits and do your penalty then.
Work.
Fastest lap by Samuel Lebert, 2:15.2.
Van Loozenholt
Van
Loozenholt update is about 5 seconds behind Honey. Sorry.
Into the back of David Baker goes John McCutcheon, and the seat car car's around.
All kicking off.
It's not gone as well as he'd hoped there.
Not at all. But it has gone well for Sponholtz there. He's picked up a couple of positions. Side by side McCutcheon and Pickford, teammates. McCutcheon's got a good run here on Depke.
Sponholtz is also under pressure from Depke and the Pro Sim car. He's really a sitting duck actually.
He's sitting duck on the straights. You're right. He looks quick through the corners, Sponholtz, as he defends well from Depke.
Ralph Cullinan dropping down the order and he's spun. That's what's happened, along with Jack Keithley.
And it's a CQR car there. That's Baker recovering. He's actually got past McCutcheon already, so one part of the recovery complete.
Close between Pickford and Baker, as you're just saying. Baker now in 10th place, so didn't lose too much from that contact at La Source.
Not a massive amount.
Quick recovery there, and now he's going for the position into the Fania chicane. He's going to try and get another Pro Sim car round the outside,
all the way
the
around.
inside.
That's brilliant.
There you go.
Can he keep it though? Because Pickford's taken a nice line, counter with the long way around, and here comes Baker again. He's on the AstroTurf. So easily lose it there, Alex. That used to be a horrible corner for you, that one.
Yeah, that was my worst corner, wasn't it? More locking up going into there.
Every time. Every single time. You quite like it now, don't you?
Not too bad. It doesn't have that horrible little bump going into it on iRacing. Thank you for the laser scan.
Yes.
Well, final lap of the race, and Pete Berryman still carrying on.
Not going to get the clean sweep. This time, that waits for another day. And Luzanod is up into 20th place, incidentally.
Oh, here comes it's Paul Denton to the inside of the Pro Sim car of McCutchinson.
Hutchinson with a good line. Taking enough speed through. Course this time. Berryman's within a second of Baxter now.
He's losing time on the straights though, so he must have some damage, which is why his lap times, and I'm looking at the straight line speed, he was some 3 or 4 kilometers an hour down on Baxter, so yeah, must have something going on there, because he's been one of the quickest cars out there in a straight line all evening.
Yeah,
if you don't serve your slowdown if you don't serve your penalty by the end of the race, is it just a time penalty that you get given, or do you get disqualified completely?
Honestly, I would have thought it'd have already been removed. I think the sim would have already kicked him. I don't think you can serve it anytime you want. I'm sure it's within 3 laps. So
David White, I mean, David White's one was a lot earlier, but he had to serve his, and then
we'll see.
Van Loosenor jumped the start as well.
I think Van Loosenor jumped. He didn't jump the start. I can tell you that from looking back on the tapes.
I don't know what Martin's one's for. That makes no sense to me.
8 ball.
I mean, like you say, unless it was slow,
he wouldn't have come back out.
Yeah.
Car was clean if it was a meet. Yeah.
Unless it was a slowdown or something that he didn't serve, you know. So 0.6 of a second is the gap going into the.
Could have been something as simple as not putting enough fuel in the car after a warm-up session or something. I know Kip Stevens did that in the Kia.
It's not a bad shout. Well, Baxter then, can he hold on? He's just got 2 corners to go, 3 corners. This one, Blanchimont, and now the bus stop chicane. Berryman is going to have to be
Berryman's slower.
A wizard on the brakes.
He's slower on the straight as well.
Oh, he's still going for it. Oh, he still nearly made it. Fires it out, not enough. Stephen Baxter wins.
That is his first win of the season, and it's Faker Sim Sport's first win of the season.
Well, congratulations to them. They've worked hard all year, Faker Sim Sport. Rose in 3rd, Josh Thompson 4th.
This little group, 9th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th. That's really close.
Wow.
Lepke, Baker, Pickford, Denton, McCutchinson, all separated by what you would say, Woody, as you could separate them.
T-Cozy?
Yeah, T-Cozy, that's it, yeah. Cover them with a T-Cozy.
Oh, and a bit further back as well, Keithley, Ashley Blake Hood.
Oh, Blake Hood nearly hits Keithley. Doesn't allow Smith to get... sorry, it wasn't Blake Hood, was it? No, it was. Doesn't allow David White to get in on the action. Martin Van Loosenor 20th. He nearly got that little group. Oh, and that concludes tonight's action from Spa.
Oh, not quite the excitement that we had in race 3, but still a good race in that mid-pack. Very, very close.
Very good indeed. And Adam, if you can take us through the finishing order for round 36 of the season.
Okay, so Stephen Baxter takes the win. Second is Pete Berryman, who, well, I think
can we replay the start again, Alex, please?
I think he knows. He's put in the chat, nailed it. Probably joking about he managed to nail the start. Yeah, Christian Rose finishing in 3rd.
He just made a break for it, didn't he? And decided, I'm just going to go up the middle.
3rd for Christian Rose, 4th for Josh Thompson, 5th for Samuel Lebert, 6th is George Lee Wright, 7th for Tyce Bonholtz, 8th David Baker, 9th Tom Depke, the pole sitter, and rounding out the top 10 Mark Pickford, 11th Paul Denton, 12th for John McCutchinson, 13th for John Godfrey, And 14th, Kip Stevens. 15th, Ralph Cullinan. 16th, Paul Smith. 17th, Jack Keithley. 18th, Ashley Blake Cood. 19th, David White. And 20th, Martin van Loozenhoord. 21st, Joss Honig. And then the cars that didn't finish, Matt Bunn 4 laps down. Dave Taylor 6 laps down. And Antoine Higelin 7 laps down. It may have been dodgy internet that might have saved Pete Berryman, just from what he was saying in the chat. He saw the green flag, saw the green light, and wondered why everyone was still stopped.
I've seen that
so
before,
to be fair,
to be
Alex,
honest.
if he sees the green light,
The sim won't give him a penalty.
no.
Yeah, and I have seen that before.
And he says he's had a crash with the car on lap 2, and he was alongside that car.
There you go. Dodgy internet is the answer.
But do we have a replay at the start anyway?
Yeah, we just showed it, and
Yeah.
it does look like he just absolutely, you know, like he had about a half a second jump over everybody else. That's what it looked like.
What it
He's
did
got his
do
car
is
rolling before everybody else, and
what it did do is it allowed him to just gain those extra few places, which would have been quite difficult, you know, in the those ones around sort of the 12th, 13th place. So yeah, you know, that's what happens, and I guess stuff happens in sim racing, and that's.
I think it'll get reviewed. Like you say, these things happen.
If he saw the green light, I mean, he's not jumping the start, is he? He's going when it tells him to.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. Maybe it's like Gladiators, where you will go on my first whistle and you'll go on my second whistle. I don't know. Absolutely no idea.
Well,
There you go. There you go, kids. A Gladiators reference for you.
I've had it all tonight. We've got
For
a
those
driver.
that even remember Gladiators.
There you go.
Not the one that's not the reboot. No.
Yeah, the original referee that was there.
John Anderson. There you go.
Well, we do have a driver waiting for us in the interview room, and it's the hat trick of winners. Yeah, Martin van Loozenhoord. So we'll have a quick word with him.
Right, Alex, I'll let you do the honours for this one.
Ah, Martin, welcome to the booth.
Hello, hello.
Well, we were cheering for you in that final race to see if you could get a clean sweep, but apparently it wasn't to be. What was the penalty for?
I was going for it because I think it was definitely possible to get a 4 out of 4, but suddenly, whether you believe it or not, my game tabbed out, and it appeared like on one screen, so the field of view was like, I don't know, like huge. Couldn't drive on 16 FPS, so I had to alt tab again and get it back to 3 screens. That caused me a slowdown, and after that I was trying to sort of serve it, but I didn't want to lose that many spots, so I forgot to slow it down, and I had to serve a 20 or 30 second penalty.
Oh, got it. But still, 3 fantastic races. You still scored points in the final one, so I would honestly expect you to probably be the top point scorer of the night. You know, just what you needed, really.
It's my second race that I actually finished 4 out of 4 races, so I'm happy with that.
Yeah, and I think we sort of pretty much realise now that that's the key, really, isn't it, to getting the points, to moving up the table and getting in the showdown for the end of the season.
Yeah, definitely. Had a few races that I tried the last race or some other races to finish it, but when your car is crabbing around, you're just a danger on the track, and there's no need to drive and bring everyone in danger. So, yeah.
I mean, Spa and the Renault, just tell us about that little combination, because it looked like you're having a lot of fun out there.
Yeah, did a few laps on that track with that car in the past, and I kind of like it. Yeah, it's sort of my favorite.
I remember a particularly good race that you did here at the start of season 1 official series with Graham and Wyatt Gooderman as well.
Yeah, awesome race. Never forget that one.
Having a quick look at the schedule as well. Road Atlanta next week, so you know, another good circuit. Very, you know, some fast sweeping corners, the S's. I'm sure the curbs are going to play a little bit of a role in that one, getting the car set up. How do you like that track?
Well, last time I did it was on your rig in England, and that didn't go too well.
I do remember
Oh,
that.
Silverstone, yeah.
Oh God, I do.
the WEC, yeah, I remember that didn't go too well.
That was
Yeah.
almost a year ago.
Yeah, I still remember that. I'm not that old. But yeah, it's a good track. I think I'm gonna play with something different than the others are going to. So yeah, setup is key. I can tell you that.
Cool. All right, mate. Well, while you're here, anyone you want to give a quick shout out to?
Thanks to the team, thanks to everyone that I know that is watching. I appreciate that, and I'm looking forward to all the other races.
Cool. All right, mate. Thanks a lot. Congrats on the 3 wins today, and yeah, we'll see you next week.
Thank you. See you next week.
Martin van Loozenord there.
Yeah, it's good to hear from him. And good to see him out there on the track, Alex, and doing some good performances.
Yeah, definitely.
Sounds like a very unlucky set of circumstances for him in the last race, but there we go. I think, again, this is what we were just saying. Stuff happens. You know, one technical problem costs someone potentially a good result, and then another technical problem helps Pete Berryman avoid the wrath of the stewards. There we go. Right then. Oh, we've got George Lee Wright. Shall we go and grab him? And joined in the commentary box by George Lee Wright. George, can you hear us?
Good evening, everyone.
Hello. Well, first meeting in the series, and how did it go for you? You seem like you were having fun out there.
Yeah, it better than expected, to be honest. I was hoping to run around the midfield and just a little bit of fun tonight, but 3 top 10s turned out to be a really good result, to be honest.
It's definitely fast and furious in there, isn't it? And you know, there was some incidents in the second race and the third race, and what did you make of that start going up the hill through Eau Rouge? It looked pretty hairy.
Yeah, it was. I was trying to take it easy going up Eau Rouge, but the 2 cars ahead of me kind of tangled and I had nowhere else to go.
So,
And
sorry, go on.
yeah, and race 3, yeah, I was just taking it one lap at a time, to be honest. I was starting in the midfield and anything can happen, so I was just taking it one lap at a time.
I'm going to say, is that something that you sort of making a conscious effort to do? Is to get more race finishes under the belt and actually, you know, sort of read the situation a bit earlier these days?
Absolutely. I've learnt from countless hours on iRacing and through my previous experiences that you have to just take it one lap at a time and try not to get into any silly incidents at the start.
Yeah, and I think that does bode well. We see that week in, week out in the touring cars that, you know, the drivers that finish at the top of the championship are the ones where, you know, the risk is quite low. Alex, anything for George there?
Yeah, no, just to say, you know, welcome to the series. Good to have you in here, and yeah, good first meeting, really. So, you know, 3 good races. The 4th, unfortunately, there was not much you could do on that one.
No, absolutely. I was just in the wrong place and the wrong time in race 2, and yeah, I'm very happy to be in the championship.
All right. Well, thanks very much for joining us. Is there any shout-outs you want to make before we leave you?
Yeah, I would like to shout out to Jürgen Pedersen, who is a very good engineer and friend of mine. I'd like to thank him, and also everyone at 4X Racing.
All right, spot on. Thank you very much, George, and we'll hopefully catch you in the next one.
Thank you. See you in the next one.
Cheers. George Lee right there, Adam, and it's always good to see new drivers coming into the series. He's a very experienced driver. He's had some issues in the past with discipline on the track, essentially, and looks like he's setting off on the right foot here.
Yeah, definitely did a good job in that opening race meeting. Pulled off some good overtakes as well. Kept us out of trouble as well. I was able to get a few positions away from the start in most of the races. So yeah, hopefully we see him replicate this form at Road Atlanta next week.
I know we've mentioned Dave Taylor as well. Same goes for him. You know, he's had some issues before, disciplinary issues on the track, and yeah, I think he looks like he's coming back, turning over a new leaf, and that's what we do like to see. So hopefully the progression keeps on going. Right then, I think that's just about all we've got time for from the Circuit de Spa-Francorchamps and the iRacing MSA Formula Renault Series. Thanks to everybody for watching. Thank you to Adam Bath and Alex Simpson also for providing the cameras as usual. And from all of us here at Apex Racing TV, it's goodbye, and we'll see you on Thursday for the start of the 2017 British Sim Racers Touring Car Championship. We can't wait for that, and we hope you join us for that.